Welcome to the round 3 review. It's George from Fantasy Take TV. Although I feel like I'll get fired from my own podcast the way things are going. We scored 2,029, almost under 2,000, and we are ranked 56k. Oh my god. You can only laugh really, but yeah. Obviously I wanted 50k to start the year, but not 50k rank, $50,000. So also I'm a bit under the weather, so sorry if I talk quietly or take a spell or inhale through the nostrils a bit. So 56k rank, pretty bad. And look, I've accepted defeat. And there's an old Chinese proverb, well maybe it's Chinese proverb, it sounds like one, but it goes, defeated man cannot be defeated. Why? Because he's already defeated. I already know I've lost at this game, as in like 2023, season's over. So basically I'm going to end up like just making content really, like, you know, when an esports player, they get kicked off their team and they just what do? They go stream. So that's me basically. I've not in the running for nothing. So we're just gonna make content. Although I have thought about not doing content for a while because I think I need a spell from this game, but I somewhat feel obliged to. So such is my commitment. But I'll think about it. I don't know, but. Yeah, I think we didn't end up getting Chandler. We were going to, and then we traded in Darcy Cameron, and what happened was it sent us into shenanigans because we needed to find 100k to get to Wits or English. And you might think, why don't you just go to Wits? You might be thinking, why don't you just go to English? And look, we'll get to that later, but I needed to free up 130k, so I was like, well, how the hell am I pulling 130k from somewhere? Like, this is completely through my trades. I got to give up Zeeble, I got to give up Setterfield. I didn't want to give up those two. I was happy to jump on one of them next week, but then it just means I need another boost. I have no idea where to get the 100k from. So what we did, so we're down a premium. So we traded Ridley because I was like, where do we pull money from? 300k in the bank. What trades did we do? We went Braun to Zeeble. We were supposed to get rid of Callahan, but we fielded him over McKenzie. Thanks to this, I'm just going to blame the servers here because I didn't know who I fielded, but the servers crashed. When all the people got stuck with LDU on the field, you couldn't undo it. But yeah, I don't know who was going to field, but whatever, we'll just blame it. Negative 52 points. So we did Braun to Zeeble. What else did we do? Setterfield in for Ridley, basically, via DPP. And then who else did we bring in? We brought in Darcy Cameron for Shrek. So I knew Shrek was going to have a big one, but in a bad spot, basically. So what we did was, where did we pull money from? Well, we're already going to get rid of Callahan next week, so it wasn't from there. So I honestly have no idea. Where do I get the money to go from Cameron to Wits or English? And I went for, I was like, oh, we'll just cash in Ridley. So, because I just thought, they brought in Ambrosio, too many distributors back there, especially with McGrath looking really good. So I think Ridley's probably like a 90-ish guy, which might be okay for a buy flip. Maybe we should have held, but we needed to get Chandler, and Chandler's been a really bad miss because he only had 9 touches, but every time he touched the ball, like, something spectacular happened. So score, assists, worked hard for a mark up the ground. So that's a really bad miss. The other one we're missing is Clayton Oliver. Oh my god, that's led over Oliver's been disastrous, especially with the captaincy in round 1. So it is what it is. I guess we'll touch on the team. So Doc, like, incredible, 40 touches for 87. Fantastic. Dacos was good. I'm glad we have Dacos. We traded out Josh Kelly last week for Dacos. So while I'm happy that we had Dacos, he's gone up 50k. We had to get him in. Gave up Josh Kelly, but just thought throughout the year something else will happen to Josh Kelly like it always does. So just deal with it now. Ginby was good. Ginby's like the really good best defender, basically. Better than Doherty. Is he averaging more? They're averaging the same. Interesting. McKenna, whatever, it's fine. And Wilmot and Cowan. So probably lucky to get a 50 from Cowan. But we'll take it. And we're stuck with these two bozos on the bench. So Jessa, 40 score from him was a nice surprise. So yeah, we'll take that. And then Constable, I think we're just going to hold for now. I think I've got some. Every time I spend too much time in cold weather, so I went to the showdown, froze my ass off, didn't wear enough warm clothes, and then just started Yeah, got sick after that. And that happens like I had a tried to have a cold shower once, tried to do like the Wim Hof stuff. I couldn't have an ice bath because I had a cold shower and randomly got a cold after that. So that hence why I'm under the weather. But make this quick. Laird was our captain. Wasn't spectacular. He had 18 contested, which was good. Kicked a nice goal, but my confidence in him as a safe captain option has wavered a little bit. Not what it was last year, but I think still he'll be a top 8 mid. Bond like 15 turnovers or something. Green was fine. Sedfield 82. That's whatever. Some regression was always going to happen. Now Warple, unbelievable. This is the last thing we needed. Well, it felt like the past 2 weeks he's like been the main hit 2 guy, and all of a sudden, like day CBAs have gone up. They gave Nash 70% CBA, so I think they like him there. And they just got too many names going through there. So even though, you know, it felt like Warple wasn't as good when Mitchell left all those years ago, and feels like other players are getting in the way now of Warple. And it was also one of those games, he had a bad game. Like, you're waiting for him to get a touch, he touches it, gets caught holding the ball. I'm like, all right, next touch he gets out in the fall. You're like, oh, it's one of those days. So the CBA is still 50%, so they're still fine, but there's a lot of names going through there. So I think the Will Day is like, he's a star, I think. So he's looking really good. I might bring him in. We'll touch on that in a sec, but not someone I want to bring in. Just feel like we need to structure that way. Hopper missed. Callahan, oh my god. Trading in Callahan over Chandler in round 1. Like, literally the most catastrophic trade. And then, like, he's not even going to make money. So the reason why we faded Chandler, I was like, well, we're going to get rid of Callahan anyway. Maybe Callahan can make 120, 130k. Chandler will probably make 100k more than that, but save a trade. And, you know, Finn should be better on field. Well, break even of 70. He made 20k, so I don't know if it's because of the injury or whatever. I didn't see the game, but yeah, anyway. Ashcroft, whatever. Like, Chandler's a better rookie than Ashcroft at this rate, so that's whatever. And then McKenzie, we didn't field, was brilliant. Hollins was probably fine, I didn't see. And yeah, Baker covered for Hopper, so I feel like most people would have had this anyway, so that's fine. And then Marshall, like, whatever. I think he'll bounce back. Oh, he plays Wits in a hard matchup. At least he is at Marvel, though. And yeah, Darcy Cameron injury, so really, I guess all the players are hated in the starting team. So, like, I didn't love Ridley, I didn't love Josh Kelly. Like, even though he can play, he's just unlucky. I didn't love Darcy Cameron, like, interrupted preseason. All the interrupted preseason guys or players with sketchy history, they all fell apart. So we've just basically traded them all out within the first 2 weeks, and it's been a total disaster. So it is what it is. Madden was, he's our loophole. Dunkley, Rosie, Taranto, Gordon, all fine. Gordon, I think, struggled a bit early. Had a good second quarter, but kicked a nice goal as well. So that's 85 is fine. So he's still, in my mind, a keeper. Zeeble, a bit disappointing. In terms of scoring, he played really, really well. Like, I honestly think he'd be in the All-Australian squad now for defenders. He plays really well, defends well. He can intercept a little bit. Just didn't get any junk. And Sheasel, this was not a junk game for him. He earned like all of his touches through the middle of the ground, halfback as well. So he looks fantastic. And I'm not going to call him a keeper yet, but he's playing like one. So we'll just see where it takes us. And he's going to make so much money. Davian Green ticking along. So yeah, I think the main issues are we don't have Oliver, we don't have Chandler, don't have English. So what our trades for this week will be, well, I honestly didn't want to trade anymore. I wanted to do maybe one trade this week, but yeah, the Darcy Cameron injury just, it altered it. Like, we weren't going to get rid of Ridley. We were just going to sit on, 30 trades hopefully, and then it just thrown a massive spanner in the works. So to find the 100k, so I don't know if we made the right call. In hindsight, well, maybe Warple was the right one, but there's no way you get, people were trading Warple in. So I'll back Warple in to bounce back, but not confident. I think his CBAs will continue to be in the 50s. I think they like Day, they like Nash for whatever reason, and Newcomb as well played a bit half forward as well. So they got Ward. They just got lots of names they can give midfield time to. Having said that, we might go for Will Day. So I'm a bit flat. I wanted to get Ed Richards, but we are $500 short. Liam Baker's an interesting one. I've got him in fantasy. He's actually been alright somehow. Dawson is too expensive. So a bit of a worry with Dawson. He's 60% CBAs, so I'm not sure if he can score on the roll. They tried this early last year, and they kind of just moved him down back, but kicked probably a fairly lucky goal as well. So I'm not sure what Dawson averages, so I'll just let that play out. But yeah, he's a star, and he might not have the most fantasy-friendly role going forward, but we'll see. I think we're going to go for Will Day, negative break even, so maybe ride him until the buys. And then we got two options here, I think. We got English or Wits. Now, English is a no-brainer, but look, I'm going to let me die on the hill of no Tim English because I think the durability is not good enough. I just brought in limited preseason of Darcy Cameron, Finn Callahan limited preseason, some other, probably another bloke, I can't remember right now. Wits for preseason, English interrupted preseason. Will English outscore Wits? Yes, definitely, probably 20, maybe more points a week. Let me die on this hill. Let me pick Wits and my durability. Better buy as well. Yeah, just let me have this. I know I should go English, play for upside, but yeah, we're just gonna do this and tank our rank even more. Anyway, that's it from me. Am I stoked with Will Day? Not really. What's he? I mean, he beat up on North, but you know he wins. This is lagging. He wins clearances. His outside game's pretty good. He tackles. Trained had a full preseason in the midfield. Is injury prone, but at least he's had a full preseason. Is this not working? And then next week we'll do one trade. We'll do Chesser or Constable to Van Roon. And that's it. We'll just sit on that, and we'll need to get Warple to Oliver somehow. I don't know how, but we need a miracle. But yeah, we're going to get Oliver for 5k discount at best, it seems, in the early stages. So yeah, West Coast this week. Bloody hell. I don't think he has the best record on West Coast, but still, you know, Essendon, like, it's not difficult. Richmond at the G, oh boy. I don't know how we get him by then, but I think we just sit on this for a bit. Field Wilmot, unfortunately, just how it is. Throw Sheasel and Zeeble down back, and I don't know, maybe we field Hollands or something after that. Unfortunately, can't field Chandler. So yeah, again, no Chandler, no Oliver, and we're ranked 50k, so who gives a shit, really? So see how we go, but look, not too upset about the team. More like just accepted that it's not going super well, but look, hopefully hopefully you guys do well. Hopefully some of the, like, JD and Eno do well. I think Eno's good at the moment in SC, and then I think JD's doing really good in fantasy. So hopefully they can do well. Cheer them on. Hopefully they don't rub it in too much, but regardless, support the boys. So that's it from me. All good. We'll do podcasts tomorrow. Debating whether I want to turn up or not, but kind of have to. So yeah, I need I need like a month off from Supercoach, I think, just to do other stuff on weekends. That's it from me. Let me know how you went. Actually, I don't care, because it's going to be 200 points more than me. So that's it. Take care, and we'll see you guys in the next one.